Scarman, who did the investigation into the uprisings, dismissed the idea of institutional racism, but recognised racial disadvantage. He said there was racial disadvantage in different minority communities, which wasn't necessarily the result of anything the state had done. It might have been due down to cultural deficit, suspicion, etc. But from that point, the government began to plough money into ethnic policies, into religious, ethnic and cultural politics. And that began to break down the cross-group unity that had been forged and also professionalise the community relations industry. However, the struggle continued, and as I think everybody knows, that we had a watershed moment with the recognition of institutional racism in this country in the Macpherson report. And it put the new right and the culture war warriors on the back burner. But that's all coming back. They never went away. They're coming back. And this is very much the culmination of a movement to discredit the Macpherson report, to discredit institutional racism. So we have everyone in government now. We have Tony Sewell with the Sewell report saying institutional racism is not a problem. There's a problem of a victim mentality in failing communities. Now, we know that the state is rattled because a unifier has begun to emerge in the form of a Black Lives Movement. And I think that's one of the things that led to the Sewell report. Like Thatcher and like the Scarman report, it's meant to distract and divide us and create a new common sense about how race is discussed. It's very much for me about stigmatization by comparison, setting up a league table of failed and succeeding ethnic minorities groups in a kind of neoliberal version of equalities. It's also about putting boundaries around class, so that the class in each ethnic minority community is blamed for its failures, as though in this society there is any social mobility. We can't all become middle class.